Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. We are here because we want to improve our math skill. Today is our day number 39. Let's see what we have for today. Day number 39. Very straightforward, simple question. A fair coin is tossed three times. Question is, let me change the marker. Question is, what are the odds that head will turn up at least once? What are the odds that head will turn up at least once? So we have a coin which is not in any way tempered, we have a coin which in no way has been tempered. It's a fair coin. There's nothing goofy about it. There's nothing funky about it, and it's being tossed three times. The question simply is, if I were to toss it three times, how likely is it that I would get a head at least once out of those three tosses? And by the way, the odds of getting at least one head out of those three tosses is the same exact odd as getting the tail at least once out of those three tosses. Same thing. What I want you to do is pause the video, work on the problem yourself. When you have the answer, then you resume it, okay? I'm going to be out of the camera for about 5-10 seconds. I'll be right back. Alright, pause the video as I said, resume it after you have the answer. If you have not done so, do it now. I forgot to give you the answer choices, didn't I? One-eighth, 3/8, 4/8, 6/8, and 7/8. Everything is expressed in terms of eighth, even though this could have been expressed as 3/4 and this could have been expressed as one half. Everything is in eighth. Well, let's start then. We know that the odds of getting a head or a tail on one toss is half, obviously, 50-50. Therefore, the odds of getting a head or a tail on one toss is 1/2, obviously. Therefore, the odds of getting at least one head, or for that matter, one tail out of three tosses would have to be more than half. Let me explain to you what I just wrote here. If you know, well, not if, we know that the odds of getting a head or a tail when you toss a coin is 50%, half and half. Therefore, if I were to toss my coin more than once, the odds that I'm going to get at least one head or one tail is far more than 1/2. Let me try to convince you. That's what it says here. It says the odds of getting a head or a tail on one toss is 1/2. Therefore, the odds of getting at least one head or one tail out of 3 tosses would have to be more than half. Why would it have to be more than half? Let me convince you. For example, because we're talking about at least, you see, at least one. Let me convince you this way. If I were to sit there and toss my coin 1,000 times, what are the odds that I'm going to get at least one head or one tail out of those 100 tosses? Well, it's practically guaranteed. It's practically guaranteed. It's almost 100% guaranteed. It's almost 100%. The odds are almost certain that you will get at least one head or one tail if you were to sit there and toss your coin 1,000 times. It's highly, highly, highly improbable, highly unlikely that you will sit there and toss your coin for 1,000 times, and each of those 1,000 times you will get one. Each of those 1,000 times you will get all heads or all tail, and not a single of the other one. It's not likely. So the more you toss the coin, the more likely it is that you're going to get at least one of the other one, either if you're talking about head or tail, whichever one you're talking about. Therefore, the correct answer, whatever it is, our gut feeling, our instincts, not rather gut feeling or instinct, but rather our general knowledge about the universe tells us that the correct answer, whatever it is, it's got to be more than half. Immediately you can kill, if you were taking the exam, you can kill A. Anything less than half is no good. You can kill B because it's less than half, and you can kill C because, as we said, the odds has to be more than half. Has to be. So let's do it now. I need the room. I'm not going to do it at the very bottom here. I'm going to erase the problem and I'm going to show you the solution up there. Now, starting from here, so we right up to here, A, B and C are wrong. We continue up here. Now, the odds of getting tails in all 3 tosses, the odds of getting tails in all 3 tosses is 1/2 in the first toss, 1/2 in the second toss, and 1/2 in the third toss. And all you have to do is multiply these probabilities by themselves there, because they are independent event. Whether or not I'm going to get a head or a tail on the next toss, on the second toss, has absolutely no bearing on what I got in the first toss, and so on and so forth. And those scenarios are called independent event, where the probability of the following event is not affected by what happened in the previous event. If that happens, all you have to do is multiply the 3 probabilities. So this represents the probability of getting tails in all 3 tosses, which is 1/8. Therefore, again, I need the room, so I'm going to erase this part here. So the odds of getting tails in all 3 tosses is 1/8. Therefore, the odds of not getting tails on all 3 tosses which, by the way, is the same as saying So the odds of getting tails in all three tosses is 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2, which is 1/8. Therefore, the odds of not getting the tails in all three tosses, which by the way is same as getting at least one head. If you're getting it, if head turns up in at least one of the tosses, then you're not getting all the tails, which is what we're saying here. The odds of not getting all the tails is simply 1 minus this guy. 1 minus the odds of getting tails on all three totals. That's it. Again, one more time. The odds of not getting the tails in all three tosses is simply 1 minus the odds of getting tails in all three tosses. The odds of getting the tail in all three tosses, as we just saw, is 1/8. This is the odds of getting the tails in all three tosses. Therefore, the odds of not getting tails in all three tosses, is simply 1 minus the odds of getting the tails in all three tosses. 1 minus those odds, which is 1/8. So therefore, you get a 7/8, and that's your answer, 7/8. That's it. That was the end of it. If you wish to get hold of me for personal private tutoring for SAT, GRE, GMAT, Algebra, Statistics, Geometry, what have you, you can go to any of these website addresses and send me an email. Or you can simply go to keshwaniprep.com and send me an email from there. I tutor over the internet via Skype, and of course over the telephone, and obviously also in person. Thank you.